You're distracted. You wake up with fire in your chest, and by noon, it's gone. You say you want success, but your focus is scattered, your energy divided, and your attention stolen by every meaningless thing that flashes on your screen. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow turns into a week, a month, a year. And suddenly, you realize you're not tired because life is hard. You're tired because you're fighting battles that don't matter. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you really gave something your full attention? When was the last time you woke up, cut the noise, and said, today I'm building something that lasts? See, the truth is, focus isn't about doing more. It's about eliminating everything that doesn't matter. It's about saying no. No to the distractions. No to the people who drain you. No to the old version of you that wants comfort over purpose. Because every time you scroll mindlessly, every time you escape into entertainment, instead of elevation, you're making a trade. You're trading your destiny for distraction. You're giving away your future for a few seconds of dopamine. And that's the difference between the ones who make it and the ones who don't. The ones who make it are obsessed. They have tunnel vision. They block out everything that doesn't push them forward. While everyone else is watching, they're working. While everyone else is scrolling, they're studying. While everyone else is complaining, they're creating. You keep saying you want more, but how can you want more when you can't even focus on what you already have? How can you dream of greatness when your attention span is shorter than your excuses? Listen to me, success doesn't come to the most talented. It comes to the most focused. Talent gets distracted. Focused people build empires. You think the people at the top are lucky. They're not. They just decided. They decided to shut the world out and tune into themselves. They decided to give 100% of their energy to one thing, not 10%. They decided that their dream was worth the boredom, the discipline, the silence. And that's where greatness grows, in silence, not in noise, not in likes. Not in validation. You need to focus because the clock is ticking and the world doesn't care about your potential. It only respects results. If you don't take control of your focus, something else will. And if you keep waiting for the perfect time, you'll miss the only time that matters now. This is the reality. The world is full of distractions designed to keep you average. Your phone, your habits, your circle, they all compete for your attention. And every time you let them win, you lose a piece of your purpose. The question is, how bad do you want it? Bad enough to delete what's destroying you. Bad enough to disappear for a while. Bad enough to look obsessed, weird, misunderstood, because that's the price of focus. You will lose people. You will be judged. You will be alone for a while. But when you come back, you'll be unstoppable. You'll realize that focus isn't punishment, it's power. Because once you master your mind, everything else bends to your will. The moment you stop chasing every shiny thing and lock in on your mission, your life changes. You start seeing results, not distractions. You start creating momentum, not excuses. You stop wishing and start winning. You don't need more motivation. You need more focus. You don't need another plan. You need execution. You don't need to know how. It'll come when you commit. So here's your reminder, your dream won't wait. Your purpose won't chase you. Your potential won't activate until your focus does. This is your wake-up call. Turn off the noise. Stop watching everyone else. Start building in silence. Because every day you waste in distraction, someone else is using that same time to build the life you're dreaming of. Lock in. Focus. You owe it to yourself. You've got to understand something. Focus isn't just about attention. It's about identity. What you focus on, you become. If you spend your days consumed by negativity, comparison, and fear, you become that energy. But if you focus on growth, discipline, and gratitude, you become unstoppable. The human mind is powerful beyond belief, but most people never learn how to control it. They let their focus be hijacked by every notification, every piece of gossip, every small thing that doesn't push them closer to their purpose. And then they wonder why life feels empty. You can't build a legacy when your mind is everywhere. You can't chase your dream when you keep chasing distraction. You say you want peace, but your habits scream chaos. You say you want success, but your focus is fractured. You can't plant seeds of greatness in soil poisoned by distraction. So, take a look around you. Who's stealing your focus? Is it the endless scroll of social media, the opinions of others, the comfort of routine, whatever it is? It's costing you your future. Because every second you give to something meaningless, you take away from something that matters. Every distraction you entertain today becomes the regret you'll carry tomorrow. And let's be honest, the reason most people never reach their potential is because they're addicted to distraction. They say they're busy, but busy doesn't mean productive. They're constantly moving, but not progressing. They live their entire lives like open browsers, 10 tabs open, none fully loaded. But you're different. You wouldn't be here if you weren't searching for more. You wouldn't be listening if you weren't tired of being average. You know deep down that you were made for something bigger. You can feel it. That pull inside your chest that says, there's more to life than this. That's your potential calling out for focus. And if you ignore that voice long enough, it fades. Until one day you wake up and realize you've become numb. You're alive, but not really living. Moving, but not really going anywhere. That's what happens when you lose focus, you lose yourself. But the good news is focus can be trained. Just like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start by taking back control, one moment at a time. Decide that your time, your energy, and your attention are sacred. They are not for sale. Not for distraction. Not for validation. You have to protect your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. You can rebuild from anything if you learn how to focus again. You can lose everything, money, status, opportunities, but if you keep your focus, you'll rebuild it all. Focus is your weapon, your anchor, your advantage. When everyone else is distracted, your silence becomes your superpower. While they chase pleasure, you'll chase purpose. While they live for attention, you'll live for achievement. And soon you'll see what most people never do. Results. Results that speak louder than your words ever could. Results that silence every doubt, every critic, every piece of noise. Because success doesn't shout. It whispers to those who are listening. And only the focus can hear it. You'll start to notice that life rewards those who are consistent, not chaotic. You'll realize that focus isn't boring. It's liberating. When you're focused, you stop living for approval. You stop chasing temporary highs. You start chasing mastery. And that's when your life shifts. When you move from I'll try to I will, from maybe to no matter what. Because focus turns potential into power. It's not the loudest person in the room who wins. It's the most focused. It's not the one with the best start. It's the one who never lost sight of the finish line. You might not have it all figured out, but if you can focus, you can grow. If you can grow, you can adapt. And if you can adapt, you can win again and again. So stop asking for motivation. Start training your focus. Start cutting out everything that doesn't serve you. This is your season of clarity, your season of silence and grind. Because the truth is, most people lose because they chase everything. Winners win because they chase one thing. Lock in. Find your one thing and give it everything you have. The results will come. The peace will come. The success will come. But none of it happens until you decide that your focus is worth protecting. So from this moment on, make a promise to yourself. You will no longer trade your attention for approval. You will no longer confuse motion with progress. You will no longer waste your focus on people or things that won't matter 5 years from now. You will build. You will stay locked in. You will stay patient. Because the person who can hold focus when everyone else is breaking, that's the person who becomes unstoppable. There comes a point when you've got to stop talking about what you're going to do and just do it. No more planning. No more overthinking. No more waiting for the right moment. Because there is no right moment. There's only right now. Focus isn't found. It's created. It's forged in the fire of consistency. When you choose discipline over comfort, when you stop listening to the noise and start listening to your soul. You think successful people are lucky? No, they're focused. They've mastered the art of silence. When the world screams for attention, they disappear into the grind. They're not scrolling. They're building. They're not talking. They're executing. They're not waiting for motivation. They're creating it. Because they understand one truth: the world belongs to those who can control their focus. And that's what I want for you. To take all that energy you've been wasting on distractions, on doubt, on fear, and aim it at one target. One purpose. That's how you change your life. But make no mistake, focus will test you. It will isolate you. You'll lose people. You'll lose comfort. You'll lose the version of yourself that needed noise to feel alive. That's the price of greatness. But the reward, freedom. Freedom to think clearly. Freedom to build without fear. Freedom to wake up every morning knowing you're moving in the right direction. Most people never feel that kind of freedom because they're chained to distraction. They need noise to escape themselves. They need validation to feel seen. But not you. Not anymore. You're learning to sit in silence, to love the process, to fall in love with discipline. You're not chasing dopamine, you're chasing destiny. And I'm telling you right now, if you can hold that focus when it gets hard, when your mind screams to quit, when everyone else gives up, you'll win. Because focus is rare, and rare always wins. You don't need more hours in the day. You need more intention in your hours. You don't need more luck. You need more clarity. You don't need more people to believe in you. You just need to believe long enough to see it through. Focus doesn't care where you started. It only cares how far you'll go without breaking. So here's your moment. Decide. Decide that your dream is worth the discomfort. That your vision is worth the isolation. That your purpose is worth your full focus. Because once you decide, truly decide, everything changes. You'll stop fighting for other people's attention and start earning your own respect. You'll stop begging for direction and start creating your own path. You'll stop being reactive and start becoming intentional. And when that shift happens, you become dangerous. Not because you have everything figured out, but because you're no longer easily distracted. You become calm in chaos. You move with purpose when others panic. You see clearly when others are blind with fear. That's what focus gives you power. Every great achievement in history was built by someone who learned how to focus longer than others were willing to. They weren't the smartest. They weren't the most talented. They were simply the ones who didn't lose focus when things got tough. So don't tell me you're tired. Don't tell me it's hard. Don't tell me you've got too much going on. Because everyone does. But only a few fight through it. Only a few decide that no matter what's going on around them, they'll stay locked in. And those few, they win. Because when you master focus, you master life. You don't get dragged by emotion, you guide it. You don't get pulled by distraction, you redirect it. You don't get lost in chaos, you create clarity. That's what separates the average from the great. The weak from the strong. The talkers from the doers. You want to change your life. Then change what you focus on. Every time you feel lost, bring your mind back to your mission. Every time you feel lazy, remind yourself why you started. Every time you feel like giving up, remember that someone else out there is using your excuses as fuel. Stay sharp. Stay committed. Stay locked in. Because this isn't about motivation anymore. It's about mastery. Anyone can be motivated for a day. Few can stay focused for a lifetime. So, when the world tells you to slow down, focus harder. When the noise gets loud, focus deeper. When it hurts, focus stronger. Your focus is your freedom. Your discipline is your destiny. You were born to rise above the noise. You were born to build something that lasts. And it all begins when you learn to control your mind. So remember this every single day. You don't need more time. You need more focus. Because the one who controls focus controls the future.